afternoon, Keller Williams in Denton. This is Melanie Bono coming back at you again this week with the Agent Spotlight segment. This week, the spotlight is shining down very brightly on the elegant Marilyn Newland. Thank you so much for joining me, Marilyn.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Took you a long time, didn't it?
I did. I've been poking her for months, for sure. So a little bit about Marilyn. Her office is actually pretty close to my desk, right across from the mailboxes. And she's usually in there on her phone or getting work done, but she has a lot of wisdom and she's more than willing to share with you guys. So don't ever hesitate to come in and introduce yourself. And she's great. She's a great lady to get to know, for sure. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Okay. So how long have you been in real estate so far?
This is my 19th year.
19 years. Okay. Did anybody we may know lead you into real estate?
Yes.
Okay.
Marianne Lamb.
Oh, really? She's your
She
sponsor.
did. She's my sponsor. She lived down the street from me. She was having a garage sale.
Okay.
I went to visit her garage sale, and she told me that I would be great in real estate. So I said, no, I have no intention of selling anything, much less houses.
Uh-huh.
So she just kind of kept picking at me.
Poking.
And poking at me. And I finally agreed to take a class, and by the end of the first chapter, I was in love.
That's awesome.
So she's responsible for it.
That's awesome. She's definitely stubborn. I think everybody
she
knows.
is.
She's great. We love her though.
Persistent.
Persistent. I like that better.
Yes.
So 19 years.
19 years.
That's almost 2 decades.
Yes.
How has the industry shifted since you started as a new agent? How would you say it's changed?
It's a completely different industry in many ways. Much more automated. You know, we have such good technology that everything is emailed or faxed or, you know, put on an electronic platform. So that's different. We don't hand deliver as many things. We don't have as much personal contact as we used to.
Sure.
So I think that's a big shift. There's
Sure.
a lot more competition. There are a lot more agents now. You have to do your marketing completely different. So I think that's probably one of the bigger shifts is that you have to market differently. It's no
Different
longer
how?
different how you. It's no longer enough that you're a good agent. So you have to build the relationships, which for me has always been the most important part, is building the relationships.
Right. That's it should be.
That's it. That's as it should be. That's one of the things I do see that is a negative. I think there's less personal contact.
Yeah. I think it's the same with any industry, really,
Yes.
not just real estate.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
But what has been your most successful year in the business?
I think it was 2014.
Okay. Why? Why that year?
I can't even tell you why that was.
Yeah.
I think it was just the time. We were going into this seller's market that is so successful, so that was beginning to pick up, and the interest rates were low, so I think that contributed to it as well, and God blessed me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I love she didn't have to think about it. 2014. That's my
2014.
most successful year. That's awesome. What systems or strategies do you put in place that keeps you productive in the industry?
I have an assistant, and we are very organized. We have checklists. We have systems that I've had in place for years. We follow up. We have newsletters that go out every single month.
Nice.
To stay in touch with those people. And we have our database is set up so that we can easily get in touch with people, and that is the most important. You have to have a system, and it's good to have it when you start.
Yes.
But if you don't have it when you start, you need to get it in place as soon as possible, because the single most important thing after you have a client is to stay in touch with them.
Right.
And because of that, I have clients that I've been working with for 15, 16 years and longer, and end up working with their whole family.
That's awesome. Yeah, she always has clients coming in and they're like, oh, I sold their house 12 years ago and they're selling again. It's really impressive. So she really does mean it, stay in contact with them. It works.
Yes, it does.
That's awesome. So what's your favorite Keller Williams memory?
This one's easy too.
Okay.
In 2014.
Okay.
Well, I guess it would have been actually 2015. Can't remember. It was the year that I was the #1 individual agent in the office.
Wow.
I took my mom and dad to the banquet with me, to the awards banquet with me.
Uh-huh.
Now, they had been to a couple before because, I've been in the top 3 many times.
Sure.
But that was the year it was really important that they go because they're very proud of me.
Yeah.
So, at the banquet,
Uh-huh.
as you know,
Uh-huh.
when the awards are given out, you go up to the front, they hand you your award,
Mhm.
and you go off the stage.
Sure.
For whatever reason, that year, I decided I needed to say something.
Oh,
So,
speech.
yes, I decided it was appropriate because my
Love
parents
that.
were there.
Sure.
And I just spoke a little bit about how important they were to me.
Mhm.
And they're part of why I do the business,
Mhm.
is to be able to take care of them.
Oh, that's nice.
So that was really important after my dad died, to have that memory.
Yeah. So yeah, no hesitation
No
in there
hesitation.
either.
That was the most
That's a
important
great
thing.
story, Marilyn. I don't
Yeah.
think you've told me that
Yeah.
one yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
How
a great one.
crazy. Okay. On kind of a more fun note, what's a real estate mistake that you've made in the past that obviously you learned your lesson from? Because we don't want the agents in the office making the same mistake, right?
This one's easy too. I've made more than one, needless to say.
I think everybody has.
Over 19 years. This one stands out in my mind because it cost me the most.
Yeah.
I had a listing, and as you know, on the contracts, we are to list the exclusions that the seller is taking with them.
Mhm.
So I had them in MLS. When the contract came in, I failed to see that they were not on the contract.
Oh no.
So at closing,
Oh.
or after closing
Uh-huh.
rather, the seller goes back to, gather up a few things,
Mhm.
and they take the drapes with them because they had excluded them.
Uh-huh.
I just overlooked it on the contract.
Oops.
That one cost me $700.
That's pricey mistakes.
So that was a pricey mistake.
Learned
and
real quick,
learned
though.
very quickly, you need to pay attention
Mhm.
to every line in that contract.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It can cost you money.
Yeah, I think I had an interview with Landon Hill also. He had to pay for an entire sprinkler system because of that. So that can get real pricey really
Yes, it
fast.
can. Yes, it can.
Yikes. No pressure, guys. Okay, so we do have to keep the videos a little bit short. Agents' attention spans are only
Yes,
this big.
very short.
Yes, we all know. So just leave us a last piece of advice or wisdom to share.
This again is easy for me. This business is not about the money. It's about the people. And if you always remember that they are your client and they are who you are working for, and you put them first, then you'll be successful. My favorite philosopher, Zig Ziglar, said it the best: if you help enough other people get what they want, you will always get what you want.
Wow.
And I think that to me has been the most important part, is just to remember that if you do the right thing, you put the client first, above your needs and above your desires, then you'll be okay.
Awesome. Like buying them new drapes.
Like buying them new drapes,
So
if
there
that's
you have
what it
it.
means.
Well, that's awesome. There you have it, guys. Marilyn Newland. We all love her. So definitely don't hesitate to come by and say hey to
Please
her.
do.
Yeah.
I'm always available.
Yeah. Okay, that's all we have for y'all this week. Make sure you tune in next week with the Agent Spotlight segment. Also, make sure you like and comment on the video below and subscribe to the YouTube channel, please, and thank you. See you next week.